apart her hair without having to look in the mirror. It was a feat that amazed me until the last day of school. There was also a lot of natural beauty to savor in South Bend, Indiana, once I decided it wouldn't kill me to like another place almost as much as New York City. The Midwest can be mysterious and grand. I'll never forget the slow curves of the St. Joe River, the twilight sky that turned from electric blue to purple as the sun set, and the snow, so heavy and persistent that it altered the landscape, making mountains of white drifts on the flat cornfields. Mom, Dad, and I decided to drive through the night instead of stopping in a motel somewhere in Pennsylvania to break up our trip. We wanted to be together again, just the three of us, in the cocoon of our car on the long highway home. Our family is like a small machine that can't run properly when one of the parts is missing. It turns out that they wanted to get home to Brooklyn as much as I did. A year in Afghanistan made them appreciate everything about our lives in the Chesterton family, including our car and the smooth highways that connect everything. Dad took my mom's hand in the front seat a lot when he was driving. We made it back by 2 a.m., and I wasn't one bit tired. This is my first official installment of the Viola Reels, which I am calling the Return Reels, as this is my triumphant return to the place I love most in the world, New York, in the season I love best, summer, on the harbor that I adore. My river flows with the waters of creative baptism. By the way, I heard the term creative baptism last night for the first time on an all-night radio show my dad was listening to as we drove through Ohio. Mom was asleep, and Dad was listening to Prince, his favorite, and Taylor Swift, mine. We got tired of both, and Dad turned on the old-fashioned radio. That's when he heard a preacher giving a sermon and became entranced with the minister's cadence. I did too, as the preacher spoke of the healing power of water. I immediately thought of the harbor, and then extended my new belief system to be grateful for all the things I treasure about city life, including Andrew Bozelli, BFFAA, Caitlin Pullapilli, we have to work around her strict parents, but she's worth it, Serendipity Frozen Hot Chocolate, the E-Train, Tag Nachmanoff, 8th Street in Greenwich Village, the Angel Tree at the Metropolitan Museum of Art at Christmas time, the Broadway line of the M4 bus, Original Ray's Pizza by the Slice. I could probably double this list, but that's not the big news. The headline for today, June 15, 2010, I am finally, completely, and decidedly home. I take a slow pan of our building, drinking in the delicate details that I did not for a single moment forget when I was in boarding school. I shoot the expanse of the lacy wrought iron fence that separates our stoop from the neighbors, the old blue urn with cracks that look like spider webs in the glaze, and finally, the brass mail slot with a Greek key design around the edges. I lift the camera to frame the shot with green, leafy branches that bend gently over our stoop. I widen out to take in the expanse of our street. Brownstone buildings, just like ours, from the 1800s, line either side of my block, shaded by old Norway maple trees that form a summery satin canopy over the old macadam. The sidewalk curbs are staggered with seams of bright yellow paint to define parking spots. Parking spots cannot be reserved by just anyone. The tenants on our block know that the space in front of their homes officially belongs to them. We actually chase off people who try to park here who do not live on our street. We reserve the spaces as seriously as the guards who protect the money bags on the Brinks truck. I angle in on the old fire hydrant, once painted in bold stripes of bright red, white, and green in honor of the Italian flag. Now, after years of sun and wear, the hydrant has faded to a dull pink, gray, and mint green. I asked Mom if we could repaint it, and she said, "Let's not. It's symbolic of..."